On July 2nd, buyers of EA's $150 two-game MVP Plus package entered College Football 27 early and found paid progression inside career modes. By the July 9th worldwide release, the $70 game had earned an 8.5 review, while defending how slowly players advanced. This release captures the modern sports game conflict, impressive development work, premium pricing, expensive annual production, and additional spending after purchase. Publishers argue that licenses, large teams, servers, updates, support, and constant competition make modern sports games costly to maintain. Customers answer that EA has provided no public evidence showing offline progression purchases are necessary for this franchise to survive. Here lies the comparison. Does paid acceleration reasonably support an expensive sports game, or monetize frustration without proving extra revenue is needed? Ultimately, the evidence should show whether these purchases offer harmless convenience, or whether design changes made spending more attractive. First, EA placed purchasable progression inside Dynasty and Road to Glory, modes built around personal careers rather than card collecting. Dynasty lets someone create a coach, recruit athletes, manage staff, develop abilities, and chase championships across decades. Road to Glory follows one athlete through high school and college while performance, choices, and training shape an NFL future. Ultimate Team already prepared customers for packs, premium currency, rotating offers, and a store attached to major rewards. Nobody entered that section expecting restrained charity or a respectful long-term relationship with their bank account. Now the checkout counter stands inside modes many customers considered the traditional escape from that business model. Apparently, EA saw people enjoying football alone and decided solitude needed a revenue plan. Before going further, the similar names need explaining because EA created an accounting exam inside a football game. Coach XP raises levels, Coach Points unlock abilities, and Dynasty Points fund staff, facilities, recruiting, and NIL. Second, the missing progression controls make this controversy more serious than one optional store button. Earlier entries reportedly offered fast and faster Coach XP settings, giving offline players direct control over career speed. College Football 27 removed those options at launch while preserving normal advancement and adding purchasable coach-level accelerators. Importantly, EA did not block unpaid progress, and claiming otherwise would weaken an already strong criticism. Offline Dynasty players can also disable coach-level purchases entirely, removing the store option from that save. However, switching off the purchase does not restore the faster XP controls that previously changed progression speed for free. More troublingly, the sequence removes free flexibility, adds paid flexibility, then describes the payment as optional. Optional means less when a company first takes away a convenient setting that players previously controlled. Supposedly, the old slider became dangerous because somebody might finish a private coaching tree without consulting a payment screen. From EA's side, slower growth can support a longer career arc and prevent complete coaches after only a few seasons. Additionally, the company says the underlying Coach XP requirements remain the same as last year. That distinction matters because EA denies raising the basic target, although removing faster settings still lengthened the journey for people who use them. Since offline Dynasty has no competitive economy to protect, customization should matter more than forcing every career toward one pace. Third, a community test gives the pacing complaint a concrete example instead of leaving it as general internet anger. Vice cited a creator who reportedly won every game and championship across 10 in-game seasons but reached only coach level 48. Clearly, one creator's run is not an official benchmark for every difficulty objective bonus coaching path or playstyle. Officially, EA separates coach level from coach prestige rather than treating both as the same measure. Level represents longevity and ability progression, while prestige reflects accomplishments and now matters more when schools evaluate candidates. Championships can therefore improve reputation and job opportunities even when the numerical level remains lower than expected. Different schools also offer annual coach point awards ranging from 0 to 25, giving career moves another progression effect. Consequently, level 48 does not mean the coach failed, but it does show how slowly the main ability path can move. Yet 10 national championships later, the coach is apparently still waiting for human resources to release the better skill tree. Rather, critics question why extraordinary achievement can coexist with slow ability growth while the store offers immediate acceleration. Insider Gaming estimated that immediately maximizing a new Dynasty coach could cost around $100, although individual use can change the total. Fourth, Road to Glory creates the same dispute around one athlete rather than one coach. Players earn XP and skill points naturally through weekly activity, performance, training, goals, and development. When available skill points fall short of an upgrade, EA says college football points can supplement the missing amount. Those college football points are premium currency sold for real money, linking athlete development directly to another transaction. Bordox estimated that raising a player from roughly 50 overall to 80 could cost about $50 through purchases. Because positions, builds, starting ratings, and upgrade costs differ, that estimate should not be treated as universal. Even so, a $50 shortcut inside a $70 game is not a tiny cosmetic purchase. Ironically, the fictional student-athlete learns college football's most believable lesson: somebody nearby profits from his development. Paying accelerates the build, but gameplay remains a valid route, so this is not a literal progression paywall. Fifth, EA's strongest counterargument deserves a fair hearing, because available facts do not show payment is required. According to the company, players can reach the mid to high 90s by junior year and 99 through gameplay alone. Recruit quality, difficulty, starting path, health settings, position, performance, and career decisions can all affect development speed. Furthermore, EA says Road to Glory centers on weekly gameplay, individual upgrades, and performance-based XP rather than one adjustable multiplier. Disabling wear and tear also reduces rewarded XP, because EA considers playing without health management a gameplay advantage. Conversely, technical availability does not prove the entire journey was balanced mainly for enjoyment rather than monetization. Congratulations, the meal is included. You only need to chew for 40 hours while the waiter demonstrates a blender. Thus, the honest verdict separates possibility from balance. 99 may be achievable while the road still feels commercially stretched. Sixth, the pre-order structure shows that monetized advancement begins before the first meaningful snap. EA's material lists 100 Dynasty coach points and 250 Road to Glory skill points among pre-order rewards. MVP Plus members receive 150 Dynasty coach points, 500 Road to Glory skill points, and the exclusive Rainmaker archetype. The package also contains the deluxe editions of College Football 27 and Madden 27, making it a two-game offer rather than one overpriced edition. Related Madden purchases can unlock the Visionary archetype, extending progression benefits across separate products. Collectively, they connect pre-orders, memberships, premium currency, archetypes, skill points, and acceleration to one career ecosystem. Marketing calls that building a unique coaching identity. The credit card calls it starting 5 yards closer to the end zone. Commissioners can disable pre-order bonuses through league settings, which limits their effect in organized dynasties. Seventh, creators strengthen the betrayal angle, because several say these purchases were not disclosed during a June preview. Publicly, Bordox praised the developers and gameplay, while blaming the people who approved the monetization structure. Reports said the CFB Play Don't Pay hashtag reached 9th place among United States trends on X. What creators report is simpler: they discussed and promoted the game without receiving the full monetization picture. Essentially, EA invited them to inspect the stadium, then left them discovering the toll booth alongside customers. 8th, EA acknowledged progression complaints on July 9th and announced 3 Dynasty speed settings for an upcoming update. Casual will award 1.5 times XP, Simulation will award 1.25 times XP, and Career will preserve the original rate. These settings were absent from the launch version, and EA had not attached a firm release date to the update. Unfortunately, the response did not explain why paid progression entered these modes, or why creators say previews omitted it. Meanwhile, Road to Glory's removed XP controls were not restored in that announcement. Basically, customers asked why EA charged for acceleration, and EA replied that one loading bar would soon move faster. Provided these purchases are harmless, EA can explain their purpose and show normal pacing was not weakened to encourage spending. Ninth, the game's quality makes the business decision more frustrating instead of less important. SB Nation awarded College Football 27 an 8.5 and praised its running, passing, presentation, atmosphere, and overall play. Community reactions have likewise praised interface changes, dynasty improvements, and on-field refinements while criticizing progression. Talented developers produced an excellent sports game while a business decision placed suspicion over progression. Absurdly, EA cooked a proper dinner and then used the receipt as pepper spray. Responsibility belongs with turning offline development into another sales surface, not with animators improving defensive backs. Separately, Insider Gaming reported anonymous sources, saying some developers were angry about the monetization decision. As sourced reporting rather than an official statement, that claim must remain labeled instead of becoming confirmed policy. Finally, the wider corporate pressure is real even though its exact influence on this game remains unproven. EA agreed to a $55 billion takeover backed by PF, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners. Debt financing includes $20 billion, creating obvious pressure for future revenue growth after the deal closes. Reporting from Insider Gaming connects EA's broader monetization search to preparations for handling that debt. Crucially, EA has not said college football's paid progression was created for the takeover or its financing. Reportedly, EA has explored additional monetization across Madden, UFC, EA Sports FC, and even future single-player games. Should customers accept purchasable career progress here, similar systems become easier wherever publishers can measure impatience. Presently, the store sells Coach XP. Tomorrow a dialogue wheel may request 500 points before the hero finishes speaking. Undeniably, sports games cost money to build and support, and optional spending can fund content without automatically destroying a product. Likewise, customers deserve evidence before corporate costs or future debt become blanket excuses for monetizing offline progression. Comparing both sides leaves one decisive conclusion. Revenue pressure does not justify removing player-friendly controls and selling faster alternatives. Accordingly, no hard paywall exists, purchases can be disabled in offline Dynasty, and gameplay can still produce elite careers. Most importantly, those protections do not erase the missing sliders, paid accelerators, pre-order advantages, and unanswered questions. Broadly, this dispute asks whether publishers can reduce player control, sell convenience, and still call the resulting system harmlessly optional. Conclusively, EA has not proven that it deliberately slowed every underlying requirement, but it removed the free exit and placed a checkout counter beside the new route.